Welcome to my webinar today called Get the Most Out of Google Voice. My name is Brian and I'm a digital learning facilitator in Garland ISD. You can find my team's contact information there. digitallearning@garlandisd.net is our email address. You can also find us on Twitter and Instagram at digitalgisd. In addition, you'll notice that we have live office hours every day during this COVID-19 district closure to support our teachers and our staff members. So from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock every day and 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock, we are live at that link right there. It's bit.ly/DLT live office hours. We're just, a couple of our team members are there, sometimes all of us, to answer your questions as it pertains to digital learning. And if we don't know the answer, we promise to send you in the right direction there. Also, if it's outside of those office hours, in addition to emailing us, you can also drop us a message on our Flipgrid. You'll see the flip code right there. We have set up that grid as a moderated grid. And what that means is if you leave us a message, a video message, no one else can see it except the digital learning team. And then we'll respond to you with a video as well, maybe a screencast or something to kind of answer your question, also private. So if you feel like your question is better explained, out loud instead of trying to type it in a long email, that'll be a great avenue for you to get some support. A little bit about me. Like I said, I am on a digital learning team. I'm a facilitator for Garland ISD. I would love to connect with you. Just outside of this webinar as well, my Twitter is BrianDeanEDU, as well as my Instagram. So please connect with me. I'd love to work together there. I love educational technology, because of the doors that it opens for all students. Believe it's a really powerful way to just address the needs of a multitude of learners. So that's kind of my passion for educational technology there. So Google Voice, we're going to be doing a webinar because our district has recently adopted the Google Voice platform, again, during this COVID-19 closure, but now it's going to keep going beyond. For teachers and staff, really anyone to have a phone number that they're able to call and use, even on their personal cell phone, that is kind of protected, right? That it's not your personal number, it's just a great way to connect with people and talk to them without having to give out your personal number. Also, you can text via Google Voice as well. So we're going to go all over that today. So kind of at a high level view, like what is Google Voice? Google Voice is a free phone service that allows you to send and receive calls and text from your mobile device or computer. This is great. So if you're a teacher out there and you're having you're working on your laptop or your Chromebook or iPad, whatever it is, and you're having office hours and you're running a Google Classroom or Seesaw and you need to make a phone call, you can just do it from that device, like whatever you're on. Just pop in your earbuds and you can talk. Once you sign up for Google Voice, you're going to want to install the mobile app onto your phone. It's either Android or iOS apps for that. You can check your voicemail, call, text, all of that. So in this training today, we're not really going over the setup, of Google Voice. We've had this in our district for a couple weeks now. If you remember, we sent out directions district-wide. So if you haven't set up your Google Voice yet, you can still watch this webinar and learn, but you really won't be able to do anything in it until that part is done. So I've provided a bit.ly, a link right there at the bottom of this slide. The bit.ly/GVGISD are instructions for our folks in our district, or bit.ly/GVGeneral for folks outside of GISD. So again, we are going to be looking at both the app and the web version of Google Voice today. There are two ways to access and use Google Voice. You have a mobile app for iOS or Android. The app kind of looks like that, a speech bubble with a telephone in the middle. It's funny because telephones haven't really looked like that in a long time. Or through a browser on your laptop or Chromebook at voice.google.com. So our first topic for today is just making calls. You're like, all right, I got this service. What am I going to do with it? So starting with the mobile app. So, of course, you want to launch the app on your smartphone and sign in, right, using your Garland ISD Google account. If you're outside the district, you're obviously not going to sign in with your Garland ISD. But you're going to sign in. It'll associate with your phone number. Then you're going to tap the call icon down at the bottom left. And then you're going to tap the keypad icon. You're going to enter the number that you wish to call and press the phone icon to dial. So very straightforward, and you are good to go. At that point, you can call anyone in the world, really, and talk to them. For the web access, again, you're going to want to navigate to voice.google.com and log in with your district Google account. Okay, so then you'll be presented with this screen. So the call icon, you're going to, again, just like the phone, tap the keypad, and then enter the number you wish to call, and then press the call icon there. So here's a better screenshot of that. So the call icon is in the top left. You're going to type in the number on the right side there. And then at the bottom right, you're going to see that you can show or hide the keypad. So if you don't see the keypad, click that button and your keypad will slide up from the bottom of the screen there. Okay, so I want to talk about call forwarding. So forwarding calls that you receive on your Google Voice number to your personal phone number, okay? What is call forwarding? Well, it is just exactly what that says right there. So if you have a cell phone, right, and you're like, I really don't want to only make phone calls, you know, on my computer. I want to use this phone to make calls, but you know, maybe the app, you want to just kind of answer it like normal. You don't want to have the app turned on, things like that. You can forward your Google Voice number to your personal number. So when parents, community members, work folks, whoever it is, calls you, you'll just answer the phone like normal. Okay, so you're forwarding a call. So you can still initiate calls either through the web or the mobile app, but you can just answer the calls on your personal cell number. Okay, I'm going to model this, but I want to show these screenshots real quick here. So call forwarding setup. Again, this is on the web view. Okay, so you're going to want to click on settings. In the account settings, so you'll see the account there on the left side of the screen. You scroll down to find your linked numbers. Okay, you're going to click to add a new linked number. So you're going to enter your personal mobile number. Okay, again, this is optional. You don't have to do this, but it is a pretty cool feature that I want to share. So you type in your number there, make sure the country is set up correctly, and then you're going to click Send Code. So on your cell, you're going to get a text message, and it's going to have a code. I think it's like 6 digits. Okay, type in that code there and click Verify. So then you'll get this nice message saying, hey, your phone number was added. It's going to ring when someone calls your voice number, okay? And then just click Finish. All right, so let me, before I hop there, I want to show in voice.google.com that setting. So here we are. So this is the linked number area, okay? So I've already linked it, but that's where it would be, okay? The next feature that I want to talk about is Do Not Disturb, okay? This is a super cool feature for that work-life balance, right? You get to the weekend or you go on vacation, and you don't want to get calls. Okay, there's some really cool options for Google that Google Voice allows you to turn on Do Not Disturb. Okay, so again, on the web version, you go to Settings, just like we just did, Do Not Disturb. Okay, and then you want to use your calendar settings to set your work hours. So let me show you what that looks like here. So I click on Do Not Disturb, and under Use Calendar Settings, so I'm just going to click on that link, and it takes you right to your Google Calendar. Now, for Garland ISD users, we don't really use Google Calendar unless you use it with your students. We're an Outlook district, right? However, This is where you're going to set your work hours. So, because Google and Google Voice, Google Calendar and Google Voice, they talk together because they're under the same suite of products. So you need to set those work hours here. So you're going to set working hours. Okay, so you can see that I've checked enable working hours. You can set your working hours to whatever you want it to be. Okay, so like let's say I want to say 8 a.m. instead of 4:30. I want to say like 5:30. Then I can just say copy time to all, and it updates all of them there. Okay. Then you can leave obviously Saturday and Sunday off if you want to. Okay, and that's it. Okay, so my settings are done. I'm going to go back, and then I'm just going to close this calendar tab. So now it will automatically send calls to voicemail outside of those hours. You can then check voicemail if you want to. Now, also on the calendar, I'm not really going to model this, but you can also, like, say you go on vacation. You can go into Google Calendar. Again, I know we're an Outlook district, but you need to do this because the systems talk, and set an out of office. Like if you go on vacation for a week, you can go set out of office, and then it'll just automatically go to voicemail there as well. On the mobile app side, it's really the same thing. You're going to go back into settings, going to go to do not disturb, use calendar settings to set working hours. And then you'll be presented with that next screen, and you just toggle on follow working hours. Okay. Now you'll notice here, there's no link that takes you over to calendar like it just did in the web version. It was really handy. So you're still probably going to use either the Google Calendar app or just hop on a computer, make the settings in the web version, and then it'll work for your mobile app as well. So this is a great feature, just for kind of, like I said, keeping up that work-life balance there. So on that note, let's talk voicemail, okay, in Google Voice. So back to the web version, okay, when you're in settings, you click on voicemail on the left side, and then you do record a greeting, okay? There is a default greeting. This is very kind of electronic, right? It's not personalized. If you want to do a personalized greeting, just record a greeting just like you would, when you get your new phone or you set a voicemail on your phone, you can do that, okay? I didn't put a red box around this, but I want to point this out. Right below that setting, you can see get voicemail via email. If you toggle this on, this is really handy. It will transcribe the voicemails that you get and email them to you. So you can just read them, okay? Also in that email, there'll be a link to play the voicemail. So let's say the transcription, someone's talking wasn't very clear, there's lots of mistakes. You can just play the voicemail and hear it, but that is very handy. So in your email, it's all in one place. You're getting your voicemails there without having to hop over to the Google Voice app. Okay, basic setup on a mobile. You're going to open settings, scroll to your voicemail, tap voicemail greeting, and then record a greeting. Then you're going to see underneath it your active greeting. So that primary greeting is the one that I recorded, but then the Google Voice default, you can actually delete it out of there if you don't want it, or just leave it. It doesn't matter. So I want to recommend something that I think is a super cool feature in a way that you can get the most out of Google Voice. Okay, I recommend that you record and you use multiple greetings. Okay, and you just store them in there. Okay, so when we talk about multiple greetings, what am I talking about? Well, you need a voicemail when you're in the office, or this COVID-19 closure, you're on work time. Okay, but you're working and you can't answer the phone right then. Okay, so that's just your standard greeting. Hi, you've reached so-and-so and I'm unable to come to the phone right now. Something like that, okay? Another message you need is you're out of office, but you're still answering calls or you're still working, okay? So maybe you say, I am out of the office today, or I'm traveling, but I'm still answering the phone and emails. I'll get back to you, and maybe a little bit of a delay, something like that, right? Then you need a third message, or I recommend it, that you're out of office on vacation. So this is where you're going to tell people something to that I'm out of the office from this time to this time. I will not be responding to calls or emails until such and such date. That I'm out. Then there's a holiday closure. And what I mean by that is in our district, right? Sometimes when we're closed, the rest of the world may not be closed, maybe say the 2 weeks at our winter break, maybe someone's still calling you, right? Well, you may want to add another greeting that says, our district is closed. We will reopen on such and such time, and I'll get back to you then. Okay. Also, don't forget to update your Google Calendar work hour setting when you're on vacation so the phone won't even ring. Okay. It'll go straight to voicemail, which you can check at your leisure. So you'll record like these 4 different greetings, whatever you want. And then, you will have to remember, hey, oh yeah, I'm out next week. Let me hop into my Google Voice app and let me choose which greeting I want to use right now. And then that will work until you come back and you change it. You go back in the office and you set it to in office, but working. So anyway, just a tip, very useful there. All right, so let's talk about the all-important texting, okay? How do I text? Everybody texts, right? It's great. So let me talk about the features of texting that Google Voice offers. There are group messages, okay, so that's great for inside of our district. You can set up groups just like you would on your iPhone, Android, whatever phone you have. You can, of course, text just individually. You can send pictures, okay, video. Now, I'm just warning you, the video that I've experienced coming through Google Voice is not high quality, but you can still do something real quick. You can send a quick video. Messages come into your laptop or the mobile app. So just on the mobile app, think of it like WhatsApp or Telegram or Facebook Messenger. So you won't be texting using your phone's messaging app. You'll be texting through the Google Voice app, much like those other services I mentioned. So let's talk about messaging on the web. So when you're in your Google Voice dashboard here, Messages lives on the left side of your screen, okay, or left for y'all over there. You're going to click on Messages. You're going to see Send New Message, so you just click there. You're going to see if you've sent any messages down below that or recently contacted people. So if you're like, oh yeah, I need to text that person again, just click on their name. And you're going to start a new message. So then on the right side, this little box will pop up. You're going to type in the number you want to message. Then you're going to type and send the message down in the bottom there, on the bottom right of your screen. So on mobile, okay, when you open the app there, you're going to tap on the messages icon. You're going to, again, enter the number you wish to message or the contact if you've synced your contacts, and then type the message and send it. So very similar to any messaging app that you have that you use. So thank you guys for watching and attending. Please fill out this form to get some continuing ed credit. It's bit.ly/all caps. It is case sensitive, all caps, DLT webinar attendance. Okay, and just sign up and we'll get you credit for that. Don't forget our office hours that we're live every day. Feel free to visit us there or drop us a message on Flipgrid or just the classic email, Twitter, Instagram. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Let us know if we can support you.